In this video, I'm going to discuss reusing artwork inside of your vector file. Usually, this is done via symbols. In Inkscape, it's done via clones as well. So we have two functions, and I'm going to start this in Illustrator because it's most obvious how the handling is done there. So in Illustrator, you have the Symbols panel in Windows Symbols, and inside of that, you usually see some existing artwork, most of which looks like typical clip art, and you usually want to get rid of it. There's even more in this library menu, so you can have a lot of them. So you can go in here, select all unused, so select all of that that's not in the file, and then click on the bin. So now it's gone. In order to create your own symbol, just take the artwork, drag it into the Symbols panel, and then set up a name and the options. So we have several options. I'm going to start with the static symbol. So this is now the symbol, and this is a symbol instance. And I'm going to make a couple of copies by just Alt dragging it. And then we have all of them pointing to here. So if you edit this by double clicking it and then just editing it and then double clicking again, then you see all of them have changed how they look. So they have all adapted to that. You can change each of them by transforming them. You can also apply appearances to them and just doing this kind of stuff. And if you now want to reset them, that's possible as well by just selecting them and clicking on Reset. If you want each of these to be able to have a different color, but still be connected to that symbol, then you can select it and set it up differently by making it a dynamic symbol. If that is done, then you can assign each of them its own fill color or stroke color or other stroke settings and change how they look. But still they are connected to this. So if you edit this and add something to it, for instance, like this, and then double click, then you see they are still connected to it. They take this change, but keep their own colors. This is pretty efficient, but as you have already seen in the options, there are additional options. So there is this movie clip, and then there are the 9-slice scaling guides. I'm going to discuss them in separate videos. Symbols serve several purposes. They make the file efficient and they make changes efficient. They are also important for exchange with different applications, such as Adobe Animate for Illustrator, but also other applications that can use the SVG file format. And inside of Illustrator, you also have the option to use the symbol sprayer tool with them. I'm also going to make a separate video about them. And let's just check out the SVG export. But for that, I need to change back this symbol to the static symbol because only that is supported in SVG. So let's make that static again. And then when we export this as an SVG, then those symbols inside are kept inside of the code. Let's take this SVG and open it in TextEdit. And inside of that, you can see the symbol is defined here. And then we have these use elements, which are the symbol instances. This can be read by Inkscape. SVG is its native file format, and it can read that. Let's go to Inkscape and let's open this file. Here it is. I'm going to open it. And then also we need the Symbols panel in Inkscape. And you see here we've got the heart, and then we've got these elements, and they are all use elements in here. So this works. You can exchange these between Illustrator and Inkscape. It also works the other way around. In the next video, we're going to take a look at what Inkscape does with reusable artwork.